pleasure to spend Thursday evening with you. And of course, today, this Thursday is the one with the happy news when we celebrate our goals which we met in the month of March and share in each other's successes and of course wish each other a good month in April. Today we are going to have a special guest who it will be a pleasure to introduce to you. And this is someone who is very instrumental in leadership and supporting us in the Neolife business in Nairobi. And also, I was just thinking that last month marked 1 year since we started these trainings. And it is amazing to think that a year has already passed. 1 year ago, we were wondering how this would go. And yet here we are. So I want to congratulate you if you've been with us for the whole year. If you have been only with us for a few months, and if you are new joining us, you are very welcome, and we are happy to be spending this time with you. I especially hope to add value to your business by some product training, and also to just thank you very much for joining us, as well as for allowing me the chance to speak with you this evening. So today I wanted to speak about diabetes. And of course, normally we don't speak about illnesses, we speak about systems and how the products help us in different systems. But the reason why I thought it would be a good thing to address diabetes by itself is because of the many ways in which it brings problems to different parts of our bodies. So just to note, we are speaking about type 2 diabetes and not type 1. So type 2 diabetes is a dietary illness in which our fuel management system becomes damaged and does not work properly. I think all of us know that the fuel that we use is sugar coming from our diet as carbohydrates or as sugar. And this is what we burn as fuel. And normally our body has got a very efficient system for managing this fuel system of ours. We have two organs in the body which are particularly involved in the management of our fuel, and that is the liver and the pancreas. The liver is a well-known organ, it is a big one, but the pancreas is much smaller, but both of them are quite important for managing our fuel supplies in the form of sugar. So our body likes to maintain the amount of fuel in the blood at a very narrow range of between 80 to 140 milligram per deciliter of blood at all times. So if it goes under 80, then it means that your blood sugar is too low. If it goes over 140, it means your blood sugar is getting too high. So you can see that the limits are quite narrow. And that is why when there is either too much or too little, immediately we are going to have serious consequences, because I think we are aware that our body likes to maintain things in a certain way. And if there is a change away from a narrow margin, then we immediately experience certain problems. So just to have a bit of background about these two organs, the liver works when you are not eating. When we are not eating, of course, we don't starve, we don't lie down and are unable to get up. This is because the liver is able to get stored sugar to bring it into the blood to supply us with fuel. It can also, if there is the amount of stored sugar available is low, it then goes to the big storage, which is the fat cells. So it produces hormones which instructs our fat cells to release fat, so that fat can be converted by the liver into sugar, which is then used as fuel again. So the liver is at work in the absence of food in our system. Let's say when we have been sleeping, we are not eating, but we still are using energy because the liver is able to draw the stored energy and bring it into the blood, which distributes it for our body to use. The pancreas, on the other hand, works when we are eating. Imagine when we are eating our supper, maybe we have some ugali, we have some sukuma wiki and some stew. And as the fuel from ugali hits our blood, what happens is that the pancreas immediately produces the hormone which is called insulin, which has the work of making sure that fuel that comes from our ugali or chapati or whatever carbohydrate you've eaten, it takes it and puts some of it in the blood that it can be used by our cells. If there is more than we need, let us say that after supper we are not really doing anything, we are relaxing, it means our energy requirement is low, then any extra of the carbohydrate is going to be converted into fat and stored for future use when we have no food. So you can see that these two organs are always at work. When we are not eating, the liver is at work to maintain the fuel system. When we are eating, the pancreas is at work to make sure that the fuel which is coming in is distributed in the correct way. So then it seems that the system, when it is working, it's working very well, and that is why we don't have a problem. But what can cause the system to fail? Okay, one of the major ways in which this fuel system can fail is if our diet is high in refined carbohydrates. This can be, for example, refined sugar. It can be foods that are flour-based, because that means the carbohydrate has been ground into a fine powder, which is quickly digested and quickly introduced into the blood. When we get a carbohydrate source which is very quick to enter the blood, it can easily overwhelm the pancreas, because remember we say the pancreas is the one that manages the taking in and the distribution of the sugar. But if it is coming in very quickly, then it can be too much too quickly for the pancreas to manage. And the pancreas then struggles to make sure that it produces enough insulin to manage the refined carbohydrates that we have taken. So if we are in the habit of eating frequently and eating these refined carbohydrate foods, then we cause our pancreas to become overtaxed, and then it starts overreacting by producing too much insulin. And if it starts producing too much insulin, what happens is that the sugar which should be distributed is taken away from the blood, taken to the liver, and it is stored as fat very quickly. Or we find that the cells refuse to respond to the way they should to take up the sugar and absorb it. So that after you've eaten a meal which should make you full of energy, instead you feel tired and sleepy. Maybe you have noticed that. So that can help us to know that the diet is actually overtaxing our pancreas, and that can lead to problems. So it is important that we actually address our dietary choices. Another thing that can lead to the failure of our fuel system is a sedentary lifestyle. That means a lifestyle in which we do not move very much. And I think we know that for many of us, if you have got an office job or a job in which you spend a lot of time sitting down or moving very little, then it means that your muscles and your physical body is not using a lot of energy, which means that if you are bringing in a lot of these refined carbohydrate foods and you are not moving very much, then it compounds the problem of having energy which is not being used well, and an energy system which is struggling to manage the fuel. So what happens in such a case if we have a sedentary lifestyle and our dietary choices are not very good? What happens is that the body begins to be progressively unresponsive to the work of a pancreas. That is, the hormone insulin does not produce the response it should. And as this goes on, first we are going to develop what is called pre-diabetes, in which the amount of sugar, which we said should be between 80 and 140 milligrams, starts to rise. And once it starts going over 140 milligrams per deciliter of blood, we start saying that there is presence of pre-diabetes, which means our body is beginning to really feel the strain. By the time it goes to 200, then really now we have got what we could say is a sugar problem, because then the struggles of our fuel system reaches a point where now we are excreting sugar from the body. So the kidney starts to try and remove some of the sugar which is accumulating in the blood. Some of the sugar goes to be deposited in random places in our body. So for example, if it is deposited in our eyes, we can start to have blurred vision that we don't see very well. If it is deposited in other parts of our body, we can start having infections like yeast infections, because the yeast likes this excess sugar, and the yeast or the fungus starts overgrowing, and we start having all these yeast infections. And I think some of you have often sent me a question about what to do when there is a yeast infection like thrush, for instance, or candidiasis. So then as prediabetes continues into diabetes, we can see that the system is really struggling. But some of the things that can make us suspicious, because these symptoms of problems don't appear suddenly. So type 2 diabetes does not appear suddenly. The symptoms start coming on slowly. So what we might notice is extreme thirst. So if a person frequently feeling thirsty more than you normally would have been feeling, frequent visits to urinate can also be a sign of it. There can also be a frequency in candidiasis or these thrush or yeast infections. And these can begin to make us suspicious that something is not wrong, which means that it would be a good thing to visit the doctor or the pharmacist to check how our blood sugar system is working, because it could be an indication that this fuel management in our body is overtaxed and is beginning to break down. So a few points I wanted us to note is that the people of African origins, of which most of us are, have got almost twice the tendency to develop diabetes if we expose ourselves to this harmful type of diet. So whereas other races might be able to deal with it, our fuel system tends to break down faster than other races. So there is a racial connotation in that, and which means that, as we said, the fact that we have that tendency does not mean that we have to get diabetes. It just means that we have to be even more cautious and careful about our dietary choices. Another thing is that the available treatments for diabetes do not prevent the progress of the disease, which means that you can be receiving, let's say you're using insulin, what you may notice happening is that the doctor may recommend that you take more and more because the system keeps on deteriorating and is not being, the treatment is just helping you to manage the symptoms, but is not getting to the root of the problem. And the last thing I wanted to mention as a point of note is that Alzheimer's, the dementia has been found to be linked to damages in our fuel management system, and other conditions which you have sent me questions about. For example, chronic kidney disease. One of the causes is these problems that are related to diabetes, as well as obesity. Of course, putting on a lot of weight and not being able to lose weight is also linked to damages in our fuel management system. So I think also we have had in this past year during COVID, we have been told that one of the illnesses which can lead to the COVID being very harmful is diabetes. So if you have diabetes, the tendency to have a very severe type of COVID is also likely to happen. So for that reason, I think it is important and for us to appreciate the fact that Neolife has actually developed products that help us to help those in our circle of influence as well as ourselves to reverse diabetes. Because even though diabetes is a serious illness, the good news is that it's an illness that can actually be reversed because it is a dietary illness, which means that if we make correct dietary choices, we can reverse the illness and actually return to good health and good fuel management in our body. So the first product that we have from Neolife that is still fairly new in the market is Botanical Balance, which is a combination of herbal remedies, which research has shown to help the body in regulating the way the sugar enters the blood. So this is, the Botanical Balance is a herbal preparation, and it is a very excellent one. So this is one that we really should let all the people who are either in prediabetes or have diabetes, or even for ourselves, if we are noticing these things that we are saying, that after meals we become very sluggish and we don't have any energy, already we can see that Botanical Balance would be a useful item to have in our supplementation. The second product is Trianen, And I think all of us are familiar with TreeNN because it's one of our superstars, which takes care of the health of our cells. So remember we say that when the fuel management system is beginning to get damaged, one of the things that happens is that the cells stop responding to insulin. So by TreeNN ensuring the health of our cells, it ensures that our cells are able to respond in the way that the pancreas requires them to respond. So TreeNN then is an essential part of reversing diabetes. And the third one is fiber tablets, because we have got the fiber tablets and we can also take it in the form of a powder. So these, the fiber preparations are very useful in reducing the speed at which the carbohydrates that we eat are converted into sugar in our system. So it kind of slows the process down and helps the sugar management system to work better. So those three, as you can see, work in different ways. And another product that plays a role in the reversal of diabetes is omega-3 salmon oil, which improves the ability of the cells of the pancreas to function well. So as always, you'll see that our products attack a given problem from different sides so that it helps the body, because our products are not drugs or medicines. What they are is supplying the body with what it needs to rectify the situation. So botanical balance will work in a certain way in making sure that the sugar is being managed well. TreeNN will work at a cellular level. Fiber tablets will slow down the rate at which the sugar is entering the system so that the pancreas is not overwhelmed. Omega-3 salmon oils will support the pancreatic cells so that they do their job well. And by taking this combination, then we help the body to deal with the fuel management system correctly so that we start the process of reversing diabetes. But in addition to that, as we said, this is a dietary illness, which means that we need to make some personal choices. And as we always say, there are certain lifestyle habits that we can change so as to support ourselves. So the supplements are like a bridge, but we also need to do our own lifestyle changes so that the supplements supplement the efforts that we are making. So some of the things that we can educate our clients and our communities about is making good choices of carbohydrates. So the fuel foods that we choose, it's important to choose ones which are minimally refined. So I think I'm always saying this: eliminate refined sugar from your diet, minimize the amount of refined carbohydrates in your diet, increase natural carbohydrates, for example, arrowroot, nduma, for those who speak the Kiswahili or Kikuyu language. Sweet potatoes are another good choice. Real grains, so for example, eating githeri is a better choice than eating chips. Legumes like beans, as well as fruits and vegetables. So these are good choices to be the source of our carbohydrates. Also, to incorporate more movement in our lifestyle. I think we have spoken about this before, and we'll continue to speak about it, that it doesn't only mean that we must join a gym. Maybe we are not able to join a gym, but we can look for ways to increase movement in our bodies so that our energy system is supported by not being held still all the time. Because remember, as human beings, we evolved to be on the move most of the day. So it is important to have an active lifestyle and to avoid sitting for prolonged periods. Then another point is unless a person is sick, it is useful to reduce the frequency of eating. So a healthy adult should not be snacking all the time. So eliminate snacking so that we can give our systems a rest and also an opportunity to clean up the byproducts of metabolism. So eating very many meals during the day means that the system is constantly dealing with the food that we are taking in. But if we eliminate the habit of eating between meals, then we give the system a chance to get ahead with the management of clearing and cleansing itself so that it can work better. So I think that because today we've got a tight schedule, we need to also make time. So I think I'm going to stop there. So today I'm not going to ask to deal with the questions that I received. I will just say that there are a number of problems, excuse me, as I mentioned before, which come from our not being able to deal with our fuel systems well. And again, I encourage you, if you have questions, to send them. But for now, I think I want to hand over to Paul so that he can put us into the process of recognition. And I want to recognize everybody in this meeting who has achieved their goals and encourage everyone to join us in recognizing as well as in planning for the month of April. Thank you very much, Paul. I think you can take it up from there.
Thank you so much, Betty, for such a quick session. Every time you start the session, everybody I can see they are making a lot of notes because you always bring up the session and you make sure the products everybody can be able to understand how to marry the two. So we just want to thank you so much for your time and being able to be on the call every other time to be able to answer our product questions. So we are going to start our recognition now. So get ready. I can see we have close to 500 people, and that is amazing for us to be able to see how our business went in the month of March. So I'm just going to start right away as Betty started. She started by reminding us our mission as a company, and our mission is to be able to make the world healthier and a happier place to live. And one of the ways is through the products, and the other thing is through the opportunity, which if you are a guest today, I strongly encourage you. After the call, just speak to the person who invited you here, and they'll be able to show you how you can be able to be part of the call. So in the month of March, yes, we had a lot of new distributors, and we just want to take this opportunity and tell them welcome. This is the first step to getting somewhere. It is, it is by deciding that you are not going to stay where you are. That is a quote which was said, and they made a decision to be able to join the company of Neolife, and today we are calling them brand new distributors. And in the month of March, we had close to 800 new distributors joining our business across East Africa. And some of them are on this call, and we truly want to thank them for choosing Neolife, and we want to tell them that that was an excellent choice. And the rest will be able to be them achieving their success by learning the things that we are going to speak to about them today. So we also have brand new managers. So these are people who are distributors, but now they took a step to become managers. And what are the benefits of becoming a manager? Because every step you take in the company of Neolife, there is always something much more that you achieve for taking that step or every effort that you put in place. One thing is they'll be recognized. Today, we are going to recognize them and their leaders, and they're going to give them some pins to distinguish them from other people because they have done a good job. Now they are managers. So that will be able to happen later, but the recognition is today. And now they are in a position to attend what we call manager school. These are special schools which are just designed for them to be able to learn on how to take their business to the next level. It's an amazing school. So if you're a distributor, you need to work and become a manager. The person who invited you in the business, your upline, will be able to tell you how you can be able to become a manager. The other thing is they have started enjoying profit. And the fourth thing is, they're getting what we call sales volume bonuses because of the effort they have been able to put in place and the effort of the other people that they have been able to bring into the business. So they are getting a bonus check. Today in East Africa across, people who did managers and above, they were getting their bonuses checks. So those people, the managers, they're also going to get their bonus check. And fifth, they are on their way to becoming senior managers. So that is the next step. So as a manager, don't just settle there, just want to go further and be able to see what will be able to happen to you when you become a senior manager. And as you can see on my screen, Uganda we had 25 new managers, Kenya we had 85, and Tanzania we had 136. Quite a number of them on this call. So in total we had 246. So I just want to say a big congratulations to all the 246 people who became managers across East Africa. Well done. So the next category of recognition is senior managers. And these are people who are building a good team, a big team of people who are using the products and business builders. Because we say when you come to this opportunity, you're going to use the products, you feel the benefits. Then after that, you share the products and the opportunity. So they are sharing opportunity with other people, and we call them senior managers. And these are people who are doing over 1,000 PVs together with the people they brought in the business. So what are some of the benefits? Quickly, they're also getting recognition and a senior manager pin to distinguish them from the rest of the distributors. They also attend a senior manager school. So look out for the next senior manager school. You can imagine the people on this call, they have already qualified to be able to attend the senior manager school. There is retail profit, and then their sales volume bonus is increasing because they're building a bigger network. So they're getting between 10 to 20% of their effort and the effort of the people that they brought into the business. And another benefit is the incentive that the company is running. Every month, they have a chance to be able to get a product choice, which is we call it the QSM, whereby they do 1,000 PVs and they do a 3 in 30 star, and they are on their way to becoming a director, which is one of the most prestigious position in our company. So yes, in the month of March, we had Uganda, we had 13 people who became senior managers. And Kenya, we had 30. Tanzania, we had 33. So in total, we had 76 senior managers, and those people are quite excited. I wish we had time to interview one or two of them. They've been able to make good money, and they are quite excited for what has been able to happen in their business. So as you continue to build the business, we have a system because we have to come up with ways to help you to continue to build and share, what you're doing in a bigger way. So there's a system we call the 3 in 30, whereby we ask you to sponsor 3 people each single month, because our business is about talking to people. So you talk to people, and 3 people comes into the business. If you do that repeatedly for 6 months, you go to the category that we call a superstar. All the 3 people you're sponsoring, make sure they do 100 PVs. So every month you sponsor, you get a pin and a star, which is different. 6 months, you are going to be called a superstar. And these are people that we really respect. We actually give them a very special recognition during our East Africa convention, which happens once a year. So I just want to go through the people who have been able to do the stars across East Africa, and I'm just going to read the names. And from Tanzania, we have Beda Peter Mbulo, Frola and Elena Masembo. We have Angelista Rigongo and Eliasi Mtemi, Valentine Mugoncha and Playgod Kimaro. We have Kegumuro Muta and Geneva, Janet, sorry. We have Lillian and Lewis Makame, Lillian Doge and Cassian Anastasia, Grace Mulengo and Dio Minja, Susanna and Maria Nyagulika. We have Joyce Mutui and George, Jessica Nyoni and Angel Benedict, Halima Rajabi and Musa. We have Dorothea Pascal. We have Collins Alexandra. And then from Uganda. So all those people have done a start. They're from Tanzania. And Uganda, we have Janet Nakirincha Nabagambe and Jimmy, and we also Bashir Masembe. So those are from Uganda. Congratulations to the people who have been able to do a 3 in 30 1 star in the month of March. Let's see whether we have a 2 stars, because I said every month you can be able to get a different star. And Tanzania is doing very well in terms of the 3 in 30. We have Rashid and Sahada Juma. We have Anastasia James and Lawrence Mwabula. We have Marathon and Very Vare Mabruk, Athman Tansu and Mwanaidi. We have Shadidu Swahiba and Rehema, Agnes Kazinza and Watson Mtewele. We have Joyce Dennis. And then from Kenya, yes, we have some people did A two-star, that is Emma Nyaga and Daniel Mayeka. Congratulations. So those have been able to do two-star. So we want to say congratulations. Next month, do the same and you'll be able to become a three-star. From Tanzania, we have Rehema Mugwe, congratulations. Mercy Kahaba and Joel Martin. Nehema Budala. Then from Uganda, we have Bet Kabusinge and Fred Sambela. We have Betty Nakigunde. So that is from Kampala. They're doing an amazing job. Congratulations. Doing three-star all the way from Uganda. Okay. So moving forward, okay, just 1 minute. Okay, so moving forward, let's see whether we have some people who did a 4-star. And yes, we have people who did 4-star in East Africa. We have Christine Mavula. Christine Mavula is from Tanzania, from a province called Iringa. I just want to say congratulations to Christine Mavula doing a wonderful job. So she has been able to do a 4-star. So let's see whether we have a superstar in the month of March in Neolife. And yes, we have a superstar, and that is Dorothea Mukandi and Janet. That is also from Tanzania. So in a period of 6 months, she has been able to sponsor 18 people. So she has 18 people in her team. And we want to say a big congratulations to Dorothea Mukandi for a job well done. I can hear Betty. I think she wants to say
I want to blow.
congratulations.
I want to blow.
Okay, Betty.
Well done.
Thank you so
Well
much,
done,
Betty.
Professor.
Thank you so much. So those are our,
Fantastic.
thank you. Thank you, Pascal. So those are our 3 in 30 superstar doing an amazing job. But sponsoring is key. We actually say sponsoring is the main business in our job because in our business, because when you're bringing new people, you are building your business. So I just want to go straight to the people who have been able to sponsor. I know there are people who have been able to sponsor 1 people. There are so many people who have been able to sponsor 2 people. There are also so many. But I just want to go to the people who have been able to sponsor 3 people and above. And I will say congratulations to those who sponsored 1 and 2 people. So I just want to go through the people who have been able to sponsor 3 people. We have Ruth and David Butala. Congratulations. Frederick Mirigi. We have Cleopas Kaindi and Joyce Changawa. Magdalene Kitema and John Kitonyi. We have Ruth Rehema Mwachiwe. We have Celestine and Lucas Oduor. I just want to say Cleopas, Magdalene, and Rehema, they're all from Mombasa. They're doing a good job. Celestine and Lucas Oduor. Nicodemus Jasi and Union Marine. We have Rashid and Sahada Juma from Tanzania. Agnes Kaziza and Watson Mtewele. We have Mercy and Joel Martin. Joyce Mtui and George. Grace Rubambe and Elizabeth Muzirai. I just want to say Grace Rubambe is the distributor who brought the business to Tanzania. And ever since that is over 24 years, she is still in this business and sponsoring 3 people in a month. So congratulations. We have Jovita Mabunga from, Jovita Mabunga is also from Tanzania, Jessica Nyonyi and Angel Benedict, Magdalene Kidava. We have Nico and Beatrice Joka. They have been able to sponsor 3 people, and the list is long. We have Zuhura Nakatanzika. We have Halima Rajab. We have Diana Mushema and Dastan. Philippa Kavishe, Rebecca and Namami Paulo. Shadidu Swahibu. We have Ajelista Rigongo and Eliasi Mutemi. We have Joyce Dennis. We have Rafiki Adolfo Macha, Melania Laurent Paul. We have Dorothea Pascal. We have Lucy Mtete Waunga. We have Clement and Annette from Uganda. Congratulations. Betty Kobusige, also from Uganda. Laibrook Burora should be also from Uganda. We have Deborah Wamunga and Grace Namubiru from Uganda. So all those people have been able to sponsor 3 people, and we just want to say a big congratulations for a job well done. So I just want to look at people who have been able to sponsor 4 people, and these are personal sponsoring, not team sponsoring. So we have Gao Mangati and Han Gao Mangati. She's from Kenya. Congratulations. Philip Maviti, she's from, and Anne Wambua from Mombasa. Congratulations. Jonchina Syria, Mombasa. Congratulations. Rachel Dama, Mombasa. Congratulations. Mombasa is really coming up well. Lillian Lewis Makame, congratulations. I think this should be Tanzania. Consolata Korongo and Sylvester, congratulations. Susanna and Maria Changulika, good job. Beatrice Msofeo, that is a Turubi from Tanzania, congratulations. Justina Kigula and Wilson Jeremiah, Kangemuro Muta, also from Tanzania, congratulations. Richard Rajab, we have Nehema Budala, we have Paul Bright. I think up to Rajab, that is from Tanzania. So we want to say a big congratulations to Tanzanians. They're doing an exceptional job. We also have a Bright Paul and Margaret Sasi from Uganda. Good job. Anoshiete Katushame and Geoffrey Bule from Uganda. Congratulations. So all those people have been able to sponsor 4 people personally in 1 month. And we just want to say a big congratulations for a job well done. So I just want to go straight to people who have been able to sponsor 5 people personally in a month. And we have Veronica Anosie John. So I think that is the only person who was able to sponsor 5 people. And we want to say a big congratulations from Veronica. She is from Tanzania. Good job, well done. Let's see whether we have people who sponsored 6 people. And yes, we do. We have Sofrin Aduor and Mercy Alo from Kenya. Congratulations, Sofrin. And we also have Sarah Tamale and Amisi Katika Njira from Uganda. They have been able to sponsor each 6 people personally in the month of March. And we want to say a big congratulations to them for a job well done. So moving forward, so that Pascal can be able to give them a congratulation at the end of the day, all of them together. We have people who have been able to sponsor 7 people, counting 1 to 7 personal sponsoring. That's a good effort. And we have Cecilia Constantine from Tanzania. She's a WOW team member. Congratulations, Cecilia, for a job well done. We also have Osiana Sanga. Osiana Sanga is our most new president team member. So even when you are president team member, sponsoring is very key. And you can see our president team members are leading by example. So congratulations, Osiana Sanga, for sponsoring 7 people in 1 month. So Tanzania, you did us proud. Congratulations, job well done. Let's see whether we have people who sponsored 8, 9. No, but we have people who were able to sponsor 10 people in 1 month. That is a big effort. And I just want to bring them up. We have Jospat and Pieros Karaoke from Kenya, a present team member. They have been super sponsors. They have done it again. And guess what? Last month, they also sponsored 10 people. And the other person is Usna Mkupete and Oswald Mihava from Tanzania. She also sponsored 10 people last month. So these 2 guys needs to break the tie, but it's a good job. We really want to congratulate you, our president team member, Jospat and Pieros Karaoke and Usna Mkupete, 3Ruby director from Tanzania. Excellent job. All right. So let's see whether we have somebody. Thank you so much, Pascal. That is for you, Jospat Pieros and Usna Mkupete, all right, for a job well done. So let's see whether we have somebody who broke that record. And yes, we have somebody who sponsored 28 people
What?
in 1 month. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a joke. People have been able to realize sponsoring is the thing in this business. And that is none other than Petronila and Justin Mercy from Tanzania. Last month, we congratulated her for sponsoring 36 people. We thought she cannot do it again. Now she has sponsored 28 people. That is over 60 people personal sponsoring in a record of 2 months. Amazing. So congratulations. That is for you, Petronilla. Unfortunately, she's not on the call. For
Oh.
Osi- Oceana, I really pray that next month you'll be able to bring Petronilla on the call. She's a One Ruby director under Oceana, doing an amazing job, and it's important for her to be able to share with us how she's doing it, because other people want to know, so that they can also be able to do some good job than she's doing. But clearly, this is to tell us it is possible. So don't worry if you're not sponsoring, just put some extra effort, and I can tell you, you'll be able to start sponsoring. It's the business. So congratulations to our top sponsors. So moving forward, I just want to, the other category that we recognize in our meeting is the top 10 personal PVs, because these are people who are really sharing the products. And during this time of COVID-19, we cannot take it for granted. People are looking for good supplementation, quality, and that is what we are all about. So these people have been able to share a lot of products, and they just want to see the top 10 across East Africa. So coming in number 10, it's Sophia Mugulunde and Florida Kahega, 3,366. Congratulations. Number 9, we have Mwanahidi and Sophia Athman. I think she should be from Tanzania, 3,777. Good job, well done. We have Diana Mercy and Sandralina Juma, 3,650. Congratulations. We have Grace Weru and Charles Nyamo, 4,001. That is a director business somebody did in 1 month. So congratulations, Grace Weru and Charles Nyamo. We have Alice Muthanche and Isaac Munyense, 4,006. Congratulations, Alice. We have Kathy Sekakai. Kathy Sekakai is from Tanzania. Congratulations, Kathy, doing an amazing job of sharing the product. We have Kemirembe and Evangelina Mchanuzi from Tanzania, again, 4,083. Congratulations. And then we have Joseph Machomba and Agnes, 4,200 and, 4,124. And then we have Bella Bakongo and Joe Kimani. Bella has been doing a good job, 6,000 personal PVs. And she is, doing a good job. And then number 1, the person who did it all. It's none other than Gerard and Rita Ziribwaba Gambo. These are our distributors from Rwanda. They are not there. There is no office in Rwanda, but they are doing 6,624. That is amazing business. That is the personal PVs they've been able to do. And I wish there was enough time. I would have really wanted Rita to be able to share with us how she has been able to do it, because I know she's on this call. She buys all the products, she gets them from Nairobi, Kenya, but she can be able to build such kind of a business. So congratulations to all the people who have been able to appear on the top 10 personal sponsoring. We want to say good job, well done. All right. Okay, so moving forward to the next session, Pascal, you wanted to congratulate them?
Yes.
Wow, that is for
I
our
hope
top.
that can be heard all the way to Kigali.
Yeah, it has to get all the way to Kigali. So thank you so much, everyone. So moving forward, we want to look at, to congratulate people who have really done a wonderful job, and we call them directors, and we have, brand new directors, and they've been able to share this opportunity with so many people in this business. And today we are celebrating them, and they'll be able to get all the benefits that you can be able to see on the screen, recognition, a director pin. They're going to get a special director folder, which makes it very special. They're going to be attending special director school. They're getting retail profit. They're also getting 25% sales bonus of their effort and the team effort. And that is the top of the chart bonus that the company pays. They're also going to be able to get more bonuses for developing other directors, their incentives running. They'll be able to attend leadership school, which is coming soon. And during the convention, they'll be able to attend for free, and they will be able to attend, they'll be also be able to take part in a red carpet dinner during the convention. And they're on their way to becoming world team members. And I just want us to look at the brand new directors in our business in the month of March. And we have a big increase from last month, the month of February. So I just want to read their names. We have Bashir Masembe, that is from Uganda. Congratulations. We have Betty Kobusinge and Fred Sempala from Uganda. Congratulations. We have Betty Nakigunde from Uganda. I just want to say congratulations for those three new directors from Uganda. And then from Kenya, we have Grace Weru and Charles Nyamo. Congratulations. We also have Catherine and Peter Mwaura from Kenya. Congratulations. Han and George Dirango from Kenya. Congratulations. We have Eunice Kirago and Gideon Lawi from Kenya. Congratulations. And then we have Alice Munyenze and Isaac Nzioka. They're also from Kenya. We want to say a congratulations to them. Then from Tanzania, we have Frola and Ellen Masembo. We have Lillian Lewis Makame from Tanzania. Congratulations. We have Oliver Kimaro and Timothy Murema from Tanzania. We have Eshimuni Munish and Douglas Kinyango from Tanzania. We have Anastasia James and Lawrence Mwabula from Uganda. We have Afman Tansu and Mwanaidi Ayub from Tanzania. And last and not least, we have Susanna and Maria Nyangulika from Tanzania. So those are our brand new directors in the month of March. So big congratulations. Well done job, Pascal.
Congratulations to all of them.
Wow. Thank you so much. Congratulations. And every manager, senior manager on this call, you can be also, you can be able to step up and become a director, as you can see on our screens. So the next category is Emerald directors. These are consistent directors who are doing a good job. And I just want to read our Emerald directors for the month of March. I'll start with Richard Wandera. I think Richard is from Uganda. Congratulations. We have BBA Rila from, I think that is from Tanzania. Even Richard Wadera is from Tanzania, correction. Isanila and George Kimara from Tanzania, a place called Mbeya, congratulations. And then we have Dorothea Mukandi and Janet, congratulations. And then we have Mercy K and Joel Martin from Tanzania. So just want to say congratulations to all the brand new Emerald directors who are on this call today. We will just want to say a job well done. So from Emerald Directors, we have an incentive which we call Emerald Directors Consistency Bonus. And I just want to show you the people we are able to earn extra money in the opportunity in the month of March. One of them is Christine Mavula from Tanzania. She got 145,000 T shillings. Congratulations, Christine Mavula. We have Ann Gao and Pius Mangati, 6,800 Kenya shillings. Congratulations, Ann Gao. We have Zuhura and Ilali Shaban, 145,000 T shillings from Tanzania. And so they've been able to get Emerald Director Consistency Bonus. And this is money you can be able to earn every single month. Just look at the incentive booklet, you'll be able to learn how you can be able to earn this money as a director and an Emerald Director. So we say congratulations. So the other category I just want to congratulate is our new Sapphire Directors. Of course, we have existing Sapphire Directors who are on this call today, but in the month of March, we got a brand new Sapphire Director, and that is none other than Rashid and Sahada Juma from Tanzania. People in Tanzania, they call him Juma Rashid, they call him JR. others call it. He has so many names. He's a very interesting gentleman. Some of you have been able to listen to him during our Swahili presentation. He's an amazing person. One of the people joined this business back 1996, when even we did not have an office in Tanzania. So he's back, is Rashid Juma. Unfortunately, he could not make it in this call because he was doing a parallel meeting in the US because his upline president team member is in the US. So I think that we are doing a recognition. So we'll be able to bring him up in another session so that he can be able to share with us. But Tanzanians, please give Rashid Juma congratulations for a job well done. All right. So moving forward quickly, we also have world team and present team member consistent bonus, which is also running in our incentive booklet. And just want to show you our present team members and world team members who have been able to get some money. We have our present team member, Charles and Judith Jero from Kenya. They got 10,000 extra Kenya shillings on their pocket for doing a good job. We have Grace Chege and Caesar Gitago, two Ruby directors. She also got 10,000 Kenya shillings. Then we have Beatrice Msofeo and Kizito Aman, 2016 T shillings. Congratulations, Beatrice, doing a good job. We have Justas Muhumuza from Uganda, 358 Uganda shillings. Congratulations, Justas, for a job well done. So, and then we have Veronica Bianga and Dennis Boya from Tanzania, 216. Veronica is from Kigoma, Tanzania, and she's doing a wonderful job. So those are our world team and present team members who have been able to participate in the consistency bonus. And this is good money. When you walk to a supermarket today, you're going to shop without, even looking at your bonus check and your profits. I mean, 10,000 in Kenya can be able to bring in some good shopping at the end of the month. So that is something that I want us to look out for. Today, we also have another category of earning, and we call it step up bonus, which is good money. It starts from Sapphire directors going all the way to 5 diamond directors. The company of Neolife is so kind. They don't just keep the profits by themselves, they share it with the distributors. And that is what distinguishes our opportunity from any other opportunity that you can be able to find out there. So today we have somebody who stepped up to 2 Ruby, and she was able to be consistent at 2 Ruby. And tonight she's going home with some good cash, and that is Grace Chege and Caesar Gitago. They are taking home 190,000 Kenya shillings. That is close to 2,000 US dollars, and that is on top of our check. I saw a bonus check. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you, Grace and Caesar, because we don't mind sharing what we get because it helps people to be able to understand the potential of the opportunity. If we combine this and their check, Grace, they are going home with more than 5,000 US dollars in 1 month. That is over 500,000 Kenya shillings. And Grace is on this course. So I think I just want to unmute her. She might be in a shock now to just be able to tell us one or two things about how it feels to be able to pocket close to 2,000 US dollars in 1 month. Grace, can you hear me?
Yes, Paul, I can hear you. I'm very, very excited. Thank you. And I want to congratulate everyone who has been recognized. I'm very happy to say that this evening, I thank God. And I just want to say 3 things that has made this happen. I joined Neolife. My why was to get extra income. I'm a HR by training and by profession. I began this business on part-time 7 years ago, and I came in for money. And today I'm very excited when Paul talks about this. These are things that I saw other people come and get. And so I just want to say 3 things that has made me reach here. Number 1 is teamwork and the desire to grow other people, because this is settings cannot come when you're not growing leaders. I've really been able to grow many leaders through 2020, 2021. And I truly thank God for my team. Number 2 is sacrifice and commitment. That's a story and a topic for another day. I just thank God because this has come out of sacrifice and commitment. And number three, and the last one, just be hungry to succeed. I've seen people, my friends, across board getting these incentives. And I said, I'm going to work and I'm going to support other people as I grow my team. And today I'm here. So thank you, Paul. Thank you, East Africa. And I'm very, very excited. And I want to tell every distributor on this call, let's get out of the comfort zones. Neolife has a lot of money for us. And indeed, I am just so excited because in the employment industry, where I'm coming from, nobody can pay you $500,000 in 1 month in my country. So I just want to say thanks to God, thanks to the team, and back to you, Paul. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Grace. Congratulations. Indeed, we have been able to see you do an excellent job with your team, with your people, even during the pandemic. You have been very consistent in what you do. And we just want to thank you for, achieving this success. And I just want to tell you there is more where this came from. So just go back to the drawing board, strategize with the team, and continue doing the good job. You are amazing. You are a true leader. And this shows everybody on the call today it is possible to be able to get, this kind of money which is there. So if you want to send a congratulation message, you can always do that on the chat. It's open. You can just send 1 or 2 messages to congratulate the people that have been able to be on the call. But before I go to the next speaker, so that was more like our recognition for tonight. So the other thing I just want to mention quickly is about this incentive which is running. Betty has been able to take it home. She has been able to she has been able to, tell us the importance of this product called Botanical Balances. The company is so kind because it is giving us this product. I can almost say almost free of charge because you're just getting this product for doing what you are supposed to do as you build your business. So we have this incentive which is running across East Africa. It's a little bit different from in Uganda. So Uganda, you're supposed to sponsor 2 people personally, and you get a botanical balance. So that is running from distributor all the way to present team members. Sponsor 2 people, and you get a bottle of botanical balance. And we have been able to see that really working wonders in the business of Uganda. So go out again. It has been able to be extended. It was running February and March. Now we are running it again it's going to run in the month of April and May. So take advantage, get home a botanical balance. Okay. So in Kenya and Tanzania, there are few things that you are supposed to do. In the first category, to be able to get the botanical balance, it's all the managers and senior managers step ups. So the people that have been able to step up to manager and senior manager, they're all going to get a botanical balance. So if you're a distributor, work hard to become a manager or a senior manager, you get your botanical balance. Existing managers, we just need to qualify at title. We call it a qualified manager with 500 PVs. You sponsor 2 people, and those 2 people, they do 100 PV, you get a botanical balance. Qualified senior managers, you need to do 1000 QPV. You sponsor 2 people, they do 100 PV. You get not 1 botanical balance, but 2 botanical balance. You don't want to miss that. And then, our directors and above in Kenya and Tanzania, you have also not been left behind. So it has also been extended to directors and above. So how? Personally sponsor 2 people or more in a month. The 2 people you sponsor, they need to do 1000 personal PV. So that is the requirement. Sponsor
100.
2 people, make sure they do 100 personal PV. Then what do you get? You get 1 botanical balance. And remember, the more you do the above, the more you get. So if you sponsor 4 people and they all do 100 PVs, you get 2 botanical balance, not 1. So it has been extended to the directors and above. So let's make sure we go for it and work out so that we can be able to achieve it. So that is my closing remark before I call our next speaker. So today you just bear with us. It's a long program, a little bit, but you are going to be able to finish in the next few minutes. But my take and what I can just leave you with is a secret to success, which says do not give up what you really want to do. The person with the biggest dream is more powerful than the one with all the facts. So how big is your dream? That is the thing that will be able to take you to where you want to be. So about now, I just want to call Pascal to be able to share with us quickly, and then if we can be, Pascal, if you don't mind, you can bring, when you finish, you can bring up our guest speaker to be able to close our meeting tonight. So over to you, Pascal.
Thank you very much, Paul. Congratulations to everybody who has really made March a fantastic month for the business, for their teams, and personally, all those distributors who have made steps, who have won bonuses. Just my session today is very, very short. The thing I want to share with you is this. For a long time, I've held a mental picture of Betty and I becoming 5 diamond directors. But I realized that you need to hold that mental picture in your mind, but the thing you need to concentrate your efforts is the process. If you want to master life, if you want to master anything, you need to pay attention to the process of getting where you want to go. I have read the life of Eliud Kipchoge. I have read the life of the best athletes in the world, people who are very, very committed to what they do. I've listened to a lot of information, a lot of talks by Elon Musk. The key thing about becoming successful is this: have a vision of the future, but concentrate all your efforts, your mind, and your attention to the process of getting there. The final goal becomes an automatic process. And when I say concentrate on the process, in our business, 2 things I want to recommend. One, how to retail products, which entails having product knowledge and also listening to your customers. The second one is recruiting and building a team. And recruiting and building a team, 2 things I want to suggest. Number 1, you need to master how to invite. Inviting is the key, is the doorway to your success in building a business. You see, presenting the business, that can be done for you through a Zoom meeting, through a speaker who is presenting on your behalf. But inviting, that is something you have to do yourself. So I want to recommend to you, take time and master the process of inviting people to see the business. After the presentation, the next thing you need to master is how to follow up and close your prospects. Because many times we invite people to see the business, we don't follow up. Or when we follow up, we're not sure what to say. Learn how to follow up and close your prospects by asking 4 very simple questions. Number 1, did the business make sense to you? Number 2, what did you like most about the business? Because remember, we want them to see what the positive thing the business can do. They will eventually learn that this business is simple but not very easy. So ask them, what did you like most about the business? Number 3, do you see yourself becoming successful in the business? If the answer to those 3 are yes, go straight to the point. Get the money to get started. When are you going to get the money to register in the business and get started in the business? So if you master those processes, if you repeat it every time, what I would recommend is this: every day when you wake up and you're going to speak to your prospects, have a mental picture of what you're going to say to your prospect and actually see in your mind your prospect saying yes to the business. If you keep doing this over and over and over again, it becomes an automatic response and your sponsoring becomes more efficient and easy to do. That is, in my opinion, is the way to become a master in whatever you're doing. Speak to any athletes, they keep repeating everything they do all the time. If you speak to any singer, any boxer, anything, if you want to master, it comes from repetition. And with those few words, I want to invite our special guest. I want to call him Oga AJ. AJ, you're welcome. We want you to share with us your thoughts on the business, and we really appreciate the support we've given our East African team. And we look forward to very good times in the next coming few years. So AJ, welcome to our team.
Fantastic. Thank you, Pascal. I'm using my wife's computer, so I need to know, can you see me and can you hear me?
Yes, we can see you and we can hear you.
Fantastic. So I want to say thank you very much for the introduction, Pascal, and thank you very much for your wise words. and you make it very simple for people to understand what needs to be done. So action always brings reward. So thank you for that. I want to thank you, Betty, for an awesome presentation on blood sugar. I learned a lot. Thank you very much. I want to thank Paul for inviting me to this meeting. And I want to thank all of you that are here. Every single one of you. At one stage, we were close to 472 people. That's amazing. So I was thinking, you know, driving in the car this afternoon back from work, I thought, you know, that was on the 28th of April. Pascal and Betty, you all know, you live in South Africa. The 28th of March last year, we went into serious lockdown, one of the toughest lockdowns that is ever known, right? And we look back now a year later, and there's smiles on our faces, right? Even despite all that tough time that we went through, we as not just Neolife team members, but as human beings, we're coming out of this. Our vaccines are rolling out soon. So what have we learned? We've learned that humans are tough. Humans can adapt. Humans are resilient. Humans are just amazing machines. We're created in the most amazing way. And I just want to thank everybody for perseverance, persistence, and it always pays off. So my name is AJ. My name is, that's short for Andrew Johnston. I'm talking to you from Johannesburg, not very far from Pascal and Betty. So I want to say thank you so much for being here tonight. We have gone a little bit over time, but sometimes we need to spend a bit of time to talk about the most important things. And the most important things is about you. It's about you as a distributor. It's about you that's just stepped up. You've just been, I like the word step up, but I like the word promoted, right? Because that tells you that you are promoting yourself and your business through our system, and you're becoming, how can I say, you're reaching those steps in life that Pascal described to us, where to move and achieve and go forward in life. So I just want to share a little bit about myself. This is now my 4th year with Neolife. But I've been in business for about 35 odd years, and I can tell you what, this is the most amazing business I've ever been part of. And, you know, I like to always say, you know, what is your purpose? Because I find sometimes in business, we chase the money, and the harder you chase the money, the faster the money runs away from you. But if you've got a purpose and you have a vision, money comes to you and people come to you. And I find that my purpose personally is to help everybody. I believe my purpose in life is to help people at any level. Doesn't matter who they are, whether they're in Neolife, whether they're not in Neolife, anybody, random person on the street, everybody. Doesn't make any difference to me. How can I make a difference to someone's life? Either with just a random act of kindness, or as we are sitting here as a team, trying to help everybody move up through the system. Because my job is to help, mine and Paul's job is to help every single one of you achieve just 3 things in my mind. One is financial independence, okay? Secondly, the most fantastic health that you could ever have. And thirdly, the most incredible happiness that you could possibly have. I mean, why are we on this planet? We're on this planet to be happy, to see ourselves, our families, everybody happy and in a good space. So that's my job, and I love my job. I love the products, I love the people, I love all of you on this call and everybody that couldn't make it. I want to say congratulations to all of you that were here tonight. If you were not recognized, that's okay. There's a lot of time for you to be recognized, and you will be recognized, and your name will be on the screen, and we'll make sure that you get the recognition that's deserved. I want to thank Grace Cheggy for the incredible job that he's done, and I work very closely with Grace. And let me tell you something now, that lady works. She really works hard, and she shows that. And this is a part-time business worker. She's a full-time HR practitioner. So anything is possible. I also want to say congratulations to all the new directors. Believe me, the fun starts now, and the earning starts now. And soon you'll be a World Team member. Soon you'll be coming to places like Dubai. And as soon as we can travel, you'll be a World Team member, and you can be a jet setter around the world. So fantastic, well done. I know it's not easy to become a director, so I really appreciate the effort that you put in to get there. So we'll be watching you closely to see it, to help you and get you through to the next levels. I just want to bring up 3 things that I believe are very important. You know, I'm very blessed that I look after 9 countries in Africa. I see what works, I see what doesn't work. And I'm just going to share with you what works. So what makes people successful in this business, okay? Certainly mindset, absolutely. They've got the right mindset, a growth mindset. But as Pascal said, you've got to do the process. And to me, the process, I try and make it as simple as possible. Pascal's given you the good mechanics of how to do it, but I'm just going to give you what I believe are the key things to do to really become really successful in this business. And it's a daily habit. It's something that's in your mind every day. The first thing is recruiting and sponsoring is the cornerstone of this business. Bringing people into this business, making sure that you're building a team, getting the right people in the business, and you'll find with practice comes perfection. The more you practice, the more you sign up people, the more you understand their needs, the more you talk to people, talk to 2 people, at least 2 people every day, you'll become an expert in this. And you will start building a fantastic business. So recruiting and sponsoring. Secondly, stepping up and getting promoted. You yourself as a distributor have a plan to get promoted, but what are you doing to make sure that your team members are also building a plan to get promoted? So stepping up, and then just a simple thing like qualifying a title. You know, we might like say, well, I can do that. Trust me, it's sometimes not that easy, but qualifying a title opens all the doors for you and lets you to the next platform, moving up. The last one is action and activity. Without action and activity, nothing's going to happen. So if you want to increase your earnings, you need to increase your sponsoring, and you need to build a solid and sustainable team. And you know, there's a couple of things that when I wake up in the morning, I have a couple of things that I say to myself, because you know, we're human beings. We need to stay focused, we need to stay energized, and we need to have things in our mind. If our minds are clear, our mindsets are good, our energy is positive, everything will flow. And there's a couple of things that I think about when I wake up in the morning. And the first thing I say is, it's up to me to take responsibility and make things happen. As simple as what it sounds. It's up to me to take responsibility for my life and my business and make things happen. Second thing, hard work brings good things. It does. Hard work brings cash, and the money can help you do things in life. The third thing I say to myself is I have to change and adapt. I have to adapt to change quickly. All right. We've seen change on a global scale. How did we come out? We came out brilliantly. We are Zoomers. We are expert Zoomers, but we still get the message through. We can still recruit. We can still build a business, as I am now virtually with you. So, and then the last thing I say is, you know, even things are difficult, I keep going. I need to keep going. I need to make sure that every day I'm moving in the right direction. I'm moving forward. And I believe personally that everything I do or say changes somebody's life. It's that profound. And I want to thank everybody. Try not to keep this long. I like to be short and sharp. So to everybody on the call, thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to us. Paul, thank you for the opportunity. I want to say to all the leaders, world team members, PTs, all the people that are on this call, you know, forget about the past. It's the past. Learn from it, but move on. From tomorrow, things change. From tomorrow, you achieve your goals and dreams. I want to thank you. My name is AJ. I love you all. I miss you all. God bless. Take care. Thank you. Asante sana to those Tanzanians and Ugandans. Asante sana. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you so much, AJ, for sharing with us some of the tips that are business building, and I'm sure the people on the call, they'll be able to benefit from every word that you have said. And thank you so much, Pascal and Betty, once again for always being here with us and helping us to continue to build our business. So from me, I just want to say thank you so much for logging into the call today. Let's go and make the month of April bigger and better than what we have seen in the month of March. Let's meet here again for recognition. Make sure your name is there to be recognized. So from me and the rest of the presenters, thank you so much. Good night and God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Thanks.
Everyone, thank you. Bye-bye.